So one of the main reasons I wanted to go is just because it was a really good opportunity to travel to another country with professors who obviously knew a lot about it. And then also, since I'm an environmental studies major, I focus mostly on sort of the conservation biology aspect of environmental sustainability, but how we eat our food really plays into the sort of sustainable lifestyle we have, and it impacts our ecosystems. And so I wanted to learn about how people are producing food in Idaho that's more sustainable with respect to the ecosystems, and then also sort of see how they're doing that in a country where they've been doing that for so much longer than we have. We visited some organic local farmers markets, so we got to talk to a lot of really small-scale producers and just learn how they're producing the food within their region. We visited some restaurants and we had cooking lessons, and so they showed us how to make a couple traditional Italian dishes and what ingredients they used and where those ingredients come from. We also got to visit a couple places where they process local food, so we went to a mill where he showed us how he processes the flour to make polenta, and we went to a couple cooperatives where they process like grapes or different things into wine, or they make honey. And so we got to sort of see the whole process, and it's very contained within the local system. So the corn that they come in, they know where their corn is from, and it's milled in that area, and then people locally buy it and take it and make polenta with it all within the region. Well, I think personally the thing that struck me most that we learned in the class was just how much what you eat should depend on what you have around you at the time. And so I think that's something that I'm going to try to do more in my life, especially as I hopefully end up having a little garden of my own someday and having a place. But you don't just make a grocery list based on what you feel like having, and it could be anything like we do here a lot of times. It's like, I'll go into my garden and see if there's any tomatoes ripe, and if there are tomatoes ripe, then I'll make this dish. And so I think, in a lot of areas in the United States, we've sort of lost even knowing whether things are in season or local, just because you can go to the supermarket and it's all there. But for a lot of the people that we talked with, both in Idaho that are small-scale local farmers and in Italy, these people really know what's growing on their land at the time, and they plan their meals around what's available and what's local.